Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Alright guys, what's up? MR.TwoSix checking back in, bringing you another Haro. This time I'm building this one. So I want to enjoy the Haros too, come on. So here we go. We have the Haro loader. So this is from Re-Rise. How about I show you the rest of the box art? Hello. Okay. It has like these pincers on each arm to like grab things. What's funny is that when I first saw this, when I pre-ordered it, what immediately came to my mind was Aliens, the first movie. At the end when Sigourney Weaver, I forgot her, Ripley. When Ripley, that's the character's name, at the end is in that big exoskeleton thing and it pushes the alien out the airlock. I think that's what happens. I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but that the whole pincer thing just reminded me of that, so I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what comes inside the box. Okay, so we have more runners than what we're used to, and we have an actual manual for this Haro. So the instructions are not printed on the inside like the other Haro, like the Hello Kitty Haro. So let's go ahead and open this up. I hate this plastic. I wish this was like the harder, there we go, like the other bag. So that's one bright ass orange. Shoot. Yeah, that's a lot brighter than, oh, well, not so much maybe let's say the pictures, but like than the box art itself. I mean, this thing is bright. This is like safety cone orange, I'll call it. There we go. Pretty bright. Okay, we have a small runner here of gray parts, which consists of, these look like the pincers or something. They're joint parts, that's for sure. And then we have another runner. This plastic is much easier to deal with when it comes to opening stuff. Okay, that just happened. Okay, so we have another gray runner. This is a long runner. Same parts as this runner, plus I don't know what this is on this side. But those look like kind of like joint something, some kind of joint parts. Put that in the box. And then here we have the Haro, which is an interesting color. You have like this off-white condensed milk color, because it like teeters on it like a beige, but it's a little more brown. That, and then you have the dark blue. That's an interesting, you know, color combination. And this is that new style of Haro where you have the keyboard. It's funny, after MR.TwoSix finished the Hello Kitty, we were talking about it after the video, and she said that the clamshell thing of the Haro kind of reminds her of a barbecue. So that was pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and get this snapped up. Oh wait, and there's no stickers. Hold on, and let me get sure you guys are getting ahead of myself. So no stickers. And the manual is pretty small. Pretty much standard. I mean, it's smaller than a high grade manual, but you have one side black and white and the other side color. About 4 pages long. Not that big of a deal. No poly caps. Yeah, no poly caps. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get this snapped up, colored up, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so here it is, the Haro loader, and it's straight build form, no panel lining, no nothing, just straight out the box, put together, and that's pretty much it. There's no stickers that came with the kit, which is awesome because I hate dealing with stickers. And yeah, I mean, plastic feels good, doesn't feel cheap. It was easy to put together, so I would recommend this for kids. What else? The Haros are Haro. Those are always easy to put together. Articulation is pretty good, and that's pretty much all I have to say. One of the things that does kind of stink about it is the movement. Excuse me, the movement of the actual pincers. There's a little knob on the inside part of the pincer, and theoretically you can use that to open and close, but what I found was that sometimes that gets really hard to manipulate, and it felt like I was pushing it hard enough that it could break. Now luckily they never did, because I never got to that point. So what I would do is just open and close the pincers manually, by either pressing the upper and bottom pincer together or pinching the top one and bottom one and then spreading them in order to open or close them. But all in all, this is a good kit. I highly recommend this, especially if you're into Haros. I mean, this cannot be not be in your Haro collection. And let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. So articulation at the arms is pretty much 360 degrees, only limited by the total length of the entire arm. The pincer does swivel left to right pretty good. Again, only hitting the Haro, that being the only limiting factor when it swings in. And here I demonstrate the knob just couldn't get into function, so I had to pinch the pincers to close. Then on the right arm, this one worked pretty good. I was able to close it using the knob. The arms actually slide forward and backward, so you can change the length of the arms. The Haro spins in its place. The legs, tracks, wheels, whatever you want to call them, I mean, there's not much to that. So yeah, they move up and down. The heel, you can articulate the heel, and then at the waist, you can pretty much go 360 on the Haro loader. So, and just for fun here, we just have the loader basically pressing the OG RX78-2, just holding him over his head, getting ready to throw him, toss him, shoulder pressing him, whatever you want to think he's doing here, that's what he's doing. So I thought this was just kind of messing around a little bit here with the loader. And yeah, and then now let's take a look at the custom Haro loader.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Alright guys, so let's talk about the customization really quick and what the inspiration behind this was. So as you can see and hear, the inspiration behind this was aliens. So what I did was I was looking at a bunch of pictures of the toy, the loader toy and Ripley, and the Haro I basically painted in the same color scheme based on what Ripley was wearing in that scene. So in that scene, at least on one of the toys that I saw, she was wearing like bluish grayish pants with white sneakers and a white shirt. So obviously the bottom portion of the Haro are the blue pants, the legs again blue pants, the feet on the Haro I did white, just like the sneakers, and then the arms of the Haro I did in white, regular white, to match the long sleeve shirt or shirt she was wearing, which was white as well. Now, believe it or not, the top half of the Haro is racing white, which actually has like a yellowish tint to it. So it looks more like a kind of very, very light skin tone color. So that's the color I used for the skin tone. And then that was pretty much it on the Haro. So let's go ahead and take a look at the loader. So here's the loader, all complete. So obviously, based on the movie, painted it yellow, and then we have the black stripes on the feet and the top and bottom part of the pincers. Now, luckily, painting this kit was a little difficult, especially yellow, and that was due to the color of the plastic being orange, a bright orange. I did use primer. It was white. I had to do a couple coats of primer to completely cover the orange, because you can see the orange come through in some spots, and especially like in the peg holes, you can see the orange comes through a little bit. But all in all, I'm extremely happy with this. Keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever done paint chipping. I also I have the Tamiya, is it Tamiya? Yeah, the Tamiya Weathermaster, the makeups. So I have that. I use that. I added the cables. It's not crazy, but it's a start. I'm adding a little bit more. These cables, which are actually headphone cables from a pair of headphones that no longer work. So I just cut them up, used the pin vise, drilled a couple holes, and pushed them through, and they work. It fit. It looks good. Could I've added more cables? Yes, I could have, but for me it's a start. So I'm extremely happy with how it came out. I'm proud of this, because now I'm only going to continue pushing further. Now, I know the paint chipping, I went overboard in some parts, like specifically the body. I just went nuts. Wherever there was an angle, I basically put some paint chipping. Initially, I had it all done in silver, and then I went back with brown and just did a little bit of brown over those silver parts to give like either a dirt effect or like a rusty color on the silver chipped parts, as if it were like exposed metal. So yeah, I'm just happy with how the final product came out. It did take me a while, but this is the first one that I can tell you guys that I've put a lot into it. So this is the kind of stuff that you guys should be expecting from me going forward, and I'm looking forward to bringing you this level of, I don't know how to say this, review, completed product instead of just straight build. So excuse me, I'm extremely happy, and I gotta say thank you to Haro Foundry. I follow him on Instagram. I watch his tutorial videos on paint chipping. If you follow on Instagram, you see this guy puts incredible like household items, things that you wouldn't even think of, on his art, I'll call it, because what the guy creates is absolutely incredible. It's incredible. So big props to him. That's where I got the wire idea from. So thank you, Haro. And that's it. I'm gonna close this video out now, and thank you guys for staying tuned in, and please like and subscribe. Throw me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, what I could do better. Give me some criticism, like constructive criticism. I can take it. So thank you, and just thank you for being there. I really do appreciate it. So with all that said, you know what time it is, guys. Peace.